Listen up. The Pickems are out. The Pickems are out for Swiss. The Swiss stage Pickems are quite simple. You need to pick 8 teams from the 16 to go into Swiss stage, go into top 8. This may look easy, and I think if you want the safest option, you can do all 4 in LCK and LPL teams. But there are a lot of region kills. For example, last year, KT and Damwon knocked each other out. So there will be cross-region kills. For your Swiss Pickems, I would say Hamalife, Genji, and PLG are the safest teams to get out of Swiss stage, 100%. These teams, if one of those drops out, I will be absolutely shocked. I think T1 is also a safe bet to make top 8. I just don't see a world where T1 doesn't make top 8, regardless of their performance at summer. So I would say those 4 are probably the safest. Enjoy this video, but you could enjoy it more if you liked it and subscribed. No way. Bye. This is where it starts to get a bit difficult though. Damwon, for me, does feel like a team that would make it out. I would say Damwon is a solid safe bet, so I'm putting Damwon. They are a little bit of an inconsistent team, but I think the quality of the players they have, they should make top 8 at least. Damwon kind of remind me of, I know stylistically maybe not so, or anyway, but for some reason they remind me of KT last year. When it comes to Worlds, they're probably going to have like, Damwon's probably going to have like the hardest opponents moving forwards. Top Esports is a safe bet on paper, but they are known to fall out of group stages, most notably TN. He's done it twice. He got knocked out on TES in 2022 in group stage against GAM. On 2021, I think it was, or 2020, he got knocked out with FPX super roster in group stage as well. So Top Esports they look like on paper a safe one, but I think they're a risk. Weibo is the most degenerate team on the planet and have won series to finals and got stomped many times, so they're also a bit of a risk. And LNG is also a bit of a risk because they've only won 1 best of 5 all year, but their regular season was really good. So I feel like of the 3 Top Esports and Weibo's teams, I actually trust LNG to make it out. I kind of trust LNG. Then you're on 6, right? And now you've got 2 more. If you go Top Esports Weibo, that's safe, but there will be region kills. There will be, and I don't know who it will be. It could be Weibo and Tess play against each other and one of them gets knocked out. It could be Damwon and T1 play against each other, one of them gets knocked out. There will be region kills. So if you go 4 LPLs, okay, you will be wrong 100%, I think, with 1 team. So I'm personally taking a risk, and I'm going to go off, as much as objectively these teams are stronger, I'm going to get rid of Tess and Weibo, and I'm going to put in G2 and FlyQuest. Complete guess. Complete guess. What I'm doing is guessing which Western team will make it out, and I just don't trust Top Esports. I just think Top Esports is going to fuck it up again, and I think Weibo is going to fuck it up. I think, to be honest, if you want my safest Pickems, actual analysis, safest Pickems with a little bit of history in it, well, not analysis. If you want my gut feeling is, it's probably going to be Weibo that gets out of top 8, makes top 8, and 1 Western team. I would say any iteration of that is actually safe. I think this is still the safest by far, though. Just I know you'll be wrong somewhere. But if you want to take a gamble, I would take a gamble on Weibo or Tess not making it out and choose a Western team. So one of these 2, unclick and choose a Western team. I think that's probably likely to happen. PSG could happen. I did say that they could be a dark horse to make top 8. But again, I said dark horse. I think if you want to do Pickems and be right, I wouldn't put PSG. So my take is one of these 2 is going to fuck it up and a Western team will get through. My other take is that both of them fuck it up and 2 Western teams get through. But that's a lot less likely. I'm just a Tian hater, so I'm just going to put Weibo in G2. I did have Fly in G2, but to be honest, I'll put Weibo in G2. That's, to me, is what I would risk it with in Pickems. Mad could do some miracle, but unlikely. Gam's not going to get out. Pain's not going to get out. PSG, doubt it. Team Liquid and FlyQuest are both quite evenly matched, so it's a gamble on both of them. G2's a bit better than Fnatic, a lot better than Fnatic. Fnatic, I just don't trust Fnatic in Pickems because I don't think... If Fnatic's biggest problem is they can't close out games no matter how far ahead they get. And if they can't do that domestically, they can never do that internationally. And as much as I want Fnatic to win, I just don't see them being able to close out games. And I'm scared for them. If Fnatic somehow fix their problem of being able to close out games, then, my god, maybe Fnatic make top 8 as well. But yeah, I would say this is the safest bet. For some reason, my gut says something like, you know, Mad's performance in play-ins was insane contextually. Like, they murdered PSG. And PSG murdered 100 Thieves. Like, Mad looked so good in play-ins. It's crazy. Maybe I'm delusional. But these will be my Pickems. Then, don't forget, when you finish your Pickems top 8 selection and you click continue, You have to choose one team that'll go Swiss undefeated 3-0. Now, if I could recommend a team to pick, you've probably picked Half-Life, Gen.G, or BLG. You should choose one of these 3 teams. Out of these 3 teams, 2 of them are guaranteed to go 3-0, I would say. I'm going to go Gen.G. The reason I'm going to go Gen.G is because they broke records domestically for having the highest win rate. To be honest, even though Half-Life's the first seed from the LCK, I would choose one of these 2. I would lean to one of these 2 being the undefeated team. Also, quick update. This is the Pickems update. If you've done your Pickems, 45 minutes is the longest game. So if you chose 45 to 50, you're correct so far. If you chose any of those Drakes, you're pretty safe. If you chose Cassante most picked, Skarner most banned, you're pretty safe right now. Poppy most roles, I think, will change to 3. I think someone will play Poppy top 1 game, whereas champs like Renekton, Aurora, and Lucian are stuck at 2. So I think you're guaranteed on a Poppy. Most win rate is really hard to see so far. It's going to be a champ in Swiss stage or top 8. Champion with the most deaths is right now Rel. Rel is running the leaderboard pretty hard. And anything down here will always change as well, right? Baron steals will change, shortest win will change, best minor region. I think PSG is doing well so far in that. World's winner, unique champs, all of these will change. No pentakills yet, no real stats for those, but that's the Pickem updater. Those are my Pickems for the Swiss stage. I think there will be a region kill somewhere, whether it's LP or LCK. There will be one Western team that gets out somewhere, and it could be a fluke, right? NRG is the one that made it out of Swiss stage last year. No one really thought NRG would get out, but NRG got out because it's very common that if you run simulations, that you get a Western team versus a Western team for a spot in Swiss. It's very common. Let me show you something very interesting. I was talking to Vedius, and I just did a random simulation. I just randomly picked, obviously I didn't think about it too much, but I just randomly picked who I think would win in random matchups. And this is what I got in my random simulation. From the draw, this was my random simulation. And look at the outcome. In my random simulation of just choosing who I think would probably win and maybe causing an upset here or there, FlyQuest got Fnatic and G2 got LNG. So there's 3 Western teams in the final 6 teams for getting out. So a Western team, and here you got Top Esports Weibo team kill already, boom, done. So yeah, I would say going 4 LPL LCK is safe, but you'll probably miss 1 because of a team kill. If you want to take a gamble, take a gamble. You said Gen.G 3-0? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Swap Gen.G, Half-Life, you know, I was just clicking teams. I put Mad to beat Top Esports, you know, I didn't put like the craziest ones, but even though I put Mad to beat Top Esports was still top 6 and Mad was knocked out early. I think if you run any simulations, if you want to run simulations, there's a website for it. Here you go. It's called worldssimulator.versal.app, right? If I go, like, I'm just going to run another simulation for fun, randomly. I'm just going to click teams that probably win. And I'll be biased a little bit, but that's like this matchup, Damwon T1, I'll say T1, BLG, I'll say this team, I'll say that team, I'll say Half-Life wins, I'll say PSG wins, Top wins, Weibo wins, I'll say TL wins. I'll say Fnatic wins, actually. Oh, well, I can't. T1, BLG, I'll say BLG, Gen.G, I'll say Damwon, I'd say Top, I'd say Weibo, I'd say G2, I'd say Fnatic wins that, I'd say Gam wins that. I'm just going quickly just so I can show you an example. T1, G2, I'd say T1, Top Half-Life, I'd say Damwon, I would say Weibo for fun. We'll say TL Fly, we'll say TL wins for fun. Fnatic LNG, we'll say, should we say Fnatic wins or LNG wins? You choose, chat. LNG, okay. Now, already, boom, in the simulation, we've got Damwon Top Esports, LPL LCK kill. And we've got G2 TL matchup randomly. Guaranteed one Western team goes through, right? Because this is 2-2. So already in a random simulation we've done, again, there's another Western team getting out. Completely different from last time. I'll run one more just to show you. With a completely different draw. We'll also make some random upsets here, right? Let's say we'll do the first rounds pretty safe. And then we'll start doing upsets. Ready? Let's say T1 wins. Let's say G2 wins. Let's say BLG wins. Let's say Gen.G wins. Let's say Top wins. We'll go to this one pretty simple. Let's say Gen.G wins, BLG wins, as expected. We'll see TL beats Damwon randomly. We'll see LNG beats Fnatic. Half-Life beats FlyQuest. Weibo beats... We'll say Top Esports beats Weibo. This one, we'll say Top Esports wins, T1 wins, Half-Life wins, Fnatic wins, PSG wins, Damwon wins. And now, again, boom, random simulation. We've got Western team versus Western team to get out. I don't know how PSG got here, but sure. I don't know how I knocked out Weibo that early. I must have fucked Weibo up pretty hard. But again, another simulation where a Western team gets out. The chances of a Western team getting out are really high for your Pickems. So don't get sucked into 4 LPL LCK. You will be wrong. I'm sure of it. You will be wrong. Whether it's Damwon versus Top Esports at a 2-2 and it's a region kill somehow of LPL LCK, or whether it's Damwon versus T1 or something, or LNG versus Weibo, there will be one Western team getting out, I'm convinced. But it's also luck of the draw. If you get a lucky draw as a Western team, you might get out. If you get an unlucky draw, you might get fucked. Even if you're the strongest Western team, if you get a bad draw, you're screwed. Like, for example, the way to describe it is, let's say somehow Mad beats BLG, yeah? Mad beats BLG, let's say, right? That fucks the whole bracket. I'm just going to click random teams. Because now BLG goes down to here with Genji, let's say. And now the bracket's completely fucked from day one. Let's say Weibo beat Genji and Mad beat BLG. The bracket is fucking annihilated for the rest of the tournament. Because what happens is you have Genji in the loser's bracket. So no matter what, a team's going to have a hard time. But in this case, if Genji, BLG face each other, right? One of them has to win. So that means one of them is going 0-2. So for the rest of the tournament, there's a team like BLG on 0-2, who, as you go progressively further, starts knocking out teams from lower brackets. So yeah, upsets can fuck the whole bracket so hard. Anyway, that's my Pickems.